Greetings, Acolytes! Welcome to Crank It Up. I'm Eric, and today we are going to discuss royal items in Erudia, Battle of Birthrights. As you may know, your deck consists of 50 cards, 30 from your primary faction and 15 from your secondary, which leaves just 5 which will be selected from your own personal royal treasury. These 5 items add an interesting variable and consistent dynamic to the gameplay. For example, you may know every card in your opponent's factions, but you don't know which royal items they have chosen. Additionally, you can make your play a bit more to your style by selecting royal items that are complementary to your strategy. Already in playtesting, there were different opinions on strategies on what to take and when. There is as much strategy to selecting your royal items as there are in drafting your initial acolyte. Let's take a more in-depth look at some of the royal items that will come out in the core box. As you may find out, each faction has a main mechanic in their playstyle. Royal items mirror many of those characteristics. You can use a royal item to make that mechanic available to factions without it, or you could use it with a faction with that mechanic to make it more prevalent. For example, Soto's use. Choose a battlefield, deploy a unit there. Deploying means that you reveal cards from the top of your deck until a unit is revealed. You then play this unit on that deck using any attacks, i.e. on-play abilities it has. The ability is iconic to scouts and may trigger some special abilities, allowing them to explode on a base. Another iconic royal item is the Cloak of Dullahan. You can use a command every turn and cloak this unit until the start of your next turn. What cloaking basically means is that your unit cannot be targeted by your rival. In addition, your unit doesn't add power to the base, making it harder for your opponent to break the base on their turn. It does come with some risks. If your unit is cloaked on a battlefield, then it doesn't count as presence for scoring. So if that is your only unit there, you could lose out on some victory points. Cloaking is a classic thief mechanic, but with this item, every faction can now cloak a unit. Our third royal item is Asuran Idol. This is an interesting card. You get to pick one of 2 fates. This card is excellent for either one that you choose to use. I feel like this is a card that could use its own video because this card could be used very effectively early, mid, or late game and be a game changer. But that's for another time. The fourth and final royal item we are going to preview is the Blade of Erudia. This can only be played on one of your leaders. This can be tricky to pull off, but when you do it, it can have some crazy results. While most factions only have a leader in the primary deck, the fairies, which are only a secondary faction, have 2 leaders, giving you 3 leaders on which to play the blade upon. Pairing this move with the faction's own ability to move during a retreat phase can help keep your powerful unit in play and potentially break a second battlefield. Lastly, the card has its own retreat ability, which allows you to banish the card, which means to remove from play completely, to place the leader on the bottom of your deck, allowing you to use, say, Asuran Idol to bring him back. However, one leader, my personal favorite, Harbinger, shovels herself back into the deck during retreat, which, if you can get your blade back on, can combo multiple times. We have more videos highlighting the various aspects of this game and the cards later on. Please be sure to head over to the Kickstarter and follow it so you can keep track of all the latest updates and get your copy reserved as soon as possible. Let's shut it down.